Welcome to Avian Tranquility. I'm Samnang, your nature storyteller. Here, we slow down and follow the quiet lives of remarkable birds from around the world, one species at a time, one gentle story at a time. In this episode, we meet the Nightjar, a shadow singer of dusk, shaped by Twilight, and most often heard rather than seen. So find a comfortable place to rest. Let the noise of the day drift away. Listen with me, and let the evening open.
Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a wide, shallow mouth opening into the dusk, catching insects on a wing. This is the Nightjar, master of Twilight, cloaked in mottled feathers that dissolve into leaf litter. Few birds ask so little to be noticed, and yet give so much to the night. Tonight we follow its slow rhythms, its beginning, its struggles, its evening hunts, and the soft songs that mark love in the dark.
Section 1. Life begins, and the early challenges that shape a nightjar's fragile start. Nightjars do not build showy nests. Often a simple scrape on the ground, bare earth, leaf litter, or a patch of open soil becomes the cradle for their eggs. The eggs themselves are artful in their concealment, speckled, camouflaged, shaped to sit quietly in that small hollow. Parents rely on stillness and the illusion of the landscape. A sitting bird becomes part of the forest floor, invisible to passing eyes. Parental rules are patient and precise. One parent will sit low and unmoving through daylight, a living shadow keeping the eggs warm. When night comes, a partner may take the first watch, slipping away into the dim to feed. Chicks hatch downy in cryptic. Their first world is a quilt of leaves and the gentle constant of their parents' presence. Yet survival is never certain. Nightjars face seasons of feast and famine. Their young depend on evening swarms of moths and beetles. When insect surges are late or dampened by weather, parents must stretch each mouthful. Storms can drench tiny chicks and scour the ground of hiding places. Human changes, light at night, cleared edges, and shrinking feeding grounds, quietly narrow the stage where these birds perform. We will not dwell on hardship for the sake of drama. Rather, we will watch how resilience gathers in small tactics, shifting foraging routes, choosing shadier roosts, and the quiet patience of a parent that refuses to leave its brood.
Section 2. The evening work. Adult life, aerial feeding, and the slow courtship that sounds like breath in the dark. From field recordings, the Nightjar's feeding strategy is elegant in its simplicity. Their gape is wide, bordered by sensory bristles that help funnel insects into the mouth during low-light chases. Flight is erratic and buoyant, a rolling, silent pursuit across open clearings and along hedgerows where moths gather. The wings are long and rounded to allow sudden turns. The body stays low and aerodynamic for ease between branches. At dusk, the world changes. Insects rise, and nightjars move with a rhythm tuned to that surge. Migration rhythms for those species that travel match insect abundance across landscapes and seasons. Their senses are adapted for dim light. Large eyes gather what little remains of daylight, and their hearing helps locate rustling prey. And then there is the courtship, almost invisible but audible if you listen. Calls vary: a mechanical churring, a soft chink, or a long whistled note that unfolds like a thread through the still air. Some nightjars perform slow wing-clapping flights above clearings. Others deliver ground calls while perched. In recordings, you can hear a chorus of distant churring with a single territorial note cut through it. These are not loud declarations, they are patient invitations. As a listener, I recommend a simple experiment. Play a brief isolated call at low volume and let it sink into the room. Notice how your breathing slows to match the rhythm. Field acoustics show us how much of a nightjar's life is woven from sound.
Section 3. The Nightjar and Community, and the quiet conservation that keeps the dusk full of song. Nightjars are often solitary, but exist within a nocturnal community. Bats, moths, frogs, and owls share the same hours and edges. In eating insects, nightjars help balance local populations and so quietly support ecosystems that, during daylight, look entirely different. Their presence is a subtle sign of a healthy twilight. Conservation is small and practical for these birds. Reducing artificial light near feeding grounds helps keep insect behavior natural. Protecting patches of rough grassland and open scrub preserves both nesting scrapes and feeding corridors. Community science matters. Recording calls on evenings and reporting sightings builds the datasets that guide protection. Supporting local reserves, planting night-friendly gardens that encourage moth diversity, and being mindful about pesticide use are actions anyone can take. In that moment, we see nature's quiet wisdom. The nightjar asks us to listen, to make space for small habits that allow wild rhythms to continue. Hope is not loud here, it is steady. When communities and individuals choose patience over quick alteration, the dusk returns to its old music. Before we close, remember that conservation does not always demand grand gestures. Often it asks for restraint. Dim a porch light. Leave a patch of seed heads standing. Support a local habitat survey. Each small step helps keep the nightjar stage open for another season of churring and flight.
If this story of the nightjar brought you a moment of calm or a new sense of curiosity, I invite you to stay connected with Avian Tranquility. Please subscribe to the channel and share this episode with someone who might enjoy a quiet return to nature. Join our gentle community and consider recording a listening session in your neighborhood. Your notes help protect these birds. Thank you for being here. And there, for now, we leave the nightjar in its own corner of the living world. Through storms, seasons, and silent moments of rest, the nightjar continues its quiet work of survival, asking for nothing, yet giving us so much to learn. If this story brought you a moment of calm or a new sense of appreciation, I invite you to stay connected with Avian Tranquility. You can like this episode, subscribe, or share it with someone who needs a peaceful escape today. Thank you for listening and for caring about these lives that often go unseen. Until next time, may you find small pockets of stillness, and may the soft wing beats of nature stay with you wherever you are. In that moment, we see nature's quiet wisdom,